Hello everyone and welcome to a foundation review that I'm personally quite excited to do. I've got a new one, I've got a spendy one, but I mean, it's Natasha Denona and that's exciting, right? I don't think I've ever tried anything from her before because, like, it's expensive. Very expensive. But the promises of this foundation sound fantastic. I mean, even just in the name, Transformatte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. Pore Vanishing? Matte? Yeah, that all sounds pretty dang good to me, at least with my super oily skin. Here are the specs. It says that it's going to be a full coverage foundation, but it also says that it's a medium to high coverage foundation, matte foundation more specifically, and it is also one of those foundations that is supposedly good for all skin. Yes, oily, combo, dry, normal, sensitive. It's all here, folks. I don't know that that product can actually exist, but that is what they claim, and we're at least going to give it a try on oily skin today. This is going to transform uneven skin textures, creating flawless, smooth-looking skin, all thanks to its star botanic extract, Pore Reductal. I don't know. That's what they say. It's also rich in nutrients and full of silicone elastomers. Those are in here. It's going to give us a non-greasy feeling and also apparently protect our skin from bacteria. It's going to be comfortable to wear and is also 100% cruelty-free. There are 35 different shades available, as you can see here, and for a little less than an ounce, 0.94 ounces, you are spending $45 on this foundation if they have your shade, or if you want to try this. Now the shade range, I mean, yeah, there's 35 shades. It doesn't look great though. It looks like it is very, very, very heavily focused on the fair / light / medium. At least that's what it looks like online here. They do have a couple deep looking shades, but not much. I think that is about all I can tell you for now, so let's go ahead and sing the song together and then we can go ahead and start testing this out, see how it does. Let's test, hot mess or the best. All right, now future glasses wear, maybe future, but fellow glasses wearers of the world, don't even worry. I've got another video that I need to film without my glasses. Well, I don't need to, but like, it's gonna be preferred. So I will be putting my glasses on very soon, within the next couple of hours here, so that we can see how this foundation does underneath the glasses. I am also priming my skin to give this the best chance possible on my very oily skin, as I've said a million times. I've mainly just got some discoloration from past zits, and I've got a little bit of texture here on my skin, on my chin skin, I think is what I meant to say. But I got the shade 25NY, light, neutral, yellow. So let's see if I did a good job picking based on online shades. Oh, shake before use. I don't know that I've ever had to shake a tube like this before, but I will do it if they say I need to. It sounded like there was a little bit of sloshing in there, and it is just a like matte white looking package. Ooh, made in Italy. The sticker says 0.95 ounces, but the box says 0.94, so there's that for anyone who cares. Now I'm assuming, yes, it is a pump tube, that's very nice, but the best pumps and the only pumps that I actually like are those that work. So let's see if this will end up working. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is for a full coverage matte foundation. This is super duper watery. That's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. This looks a little dark. A nice change from my usual. I feel like lately I've been going way too light based on online swatches. So hey, may as well switch it up a little, right? So just gonna go ahead and try a brush on this side. Oh, maybe that's not too bad. Actually, now that I'm rubbing it in, I will try with a sponge on the other half of my face, but they did say specifically to use a brush, but I like testing both methods. It looks like a brush is doing just fine though. I feel like that blended really nice and easy. I didn't really put much on my forehead, so I'm just gonna do that because I had some. See how this blends here. weird. It's like, I think it looks good and blended, and then I like give it a second, and then it looks like it's going patchy. But I think overall, I mean, we can definitely see a difference, right? From this half of my face to this half of my face. Like, it does look like it's doing a good job so far. So, go ahead and get another pump, and try with a sponge. There we go. So I think both sides do look good and they do look pretty much the same, but I would say I think I prefer the sponge side more. I just think that it blended easier and it just looks a bit more natural and less kind of splotchy. I really don't know why that was happening on that side, but I go ahead and since it said it was buildable or is buildable, I'm just going to take a little bit more and put it on some spots where I feel like I want a little bit more coverage. And there we have it. There it is layered. I do think that it was able to build up, but I personally don't think that this is a full coverage foundation. It's nearly full, but you can still see my imperfections coming through, so to me it's not a true full. It also does look a bit cakey in some areas, like around my mouth and between my brows, but I do think it looks good in my nose pores, and it looks semi-skin-like. It doesn't look completely skin-like in all areas, but in some areas it looks very, very nice and natural. So I think that's about all I can do for now. I am going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup. It is currently 11:36 in the morning, and then I will be back in just a second to check in with you all and show you a flash photo test and all that good stuff in just a second here on YouTube Land. Ready? Ding! Alright, so, woo, that eye makeup. It's actually been quite a while since I last checked in, or since I first applied the foundation. It's been about 2 hours here, so it is about 1:30 right now. I had to film this, and I had to film another video, and I just out of order, blah, 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 but here you go. I mean, aside from the neon purple eyeshadow fallout that I couldn't get rid of, I think this foundation looks awesome so far. It feels very lightweight, feels like I'm wearing a foundation, but it's very lightweight. I do think that it's looking better as time goes on. I think this might be one of those foundations that just looks better once oils come through. I think it definitely has a blurring effect. Don't get me wrong, it certainly looks like I'm wearing foundation, but overall I do think it looks and feels very nice. It feels very soft, not like a silicone soft though, which I'm very surprised about, and I was surprised while putting this on. I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier, but it does not feel like a silicone based foundation. And I know water's the first ingredient technically, but like there's a lot of silicone in this too. So as for the flash photo test, here you are. I think it looks fantastic, again, aside from the purple fallout underneath my eyes. But aside from that, I think my pores look blurred. I think my skin looks quite flawless, if I do say so myself, and it just looks great overall in the flash photo. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me for now. I have got at least one other video I want to film here. I'm hoping another 2 videos that I can film here, and then I have to run some errands, get some cooking done, and get some work done, and then it will be the end of the night, and I will be able to give you my final verdict on this foundation. But as always, I will be checking in with you all periodically so that you can see how this is wearing throughout the day. Other than that, like I said, I will just see you all at the very end of the night for my final check-in, so I'll see you all very soon here on YouTube Land. Bye! evening. It is the end of the night here. It is currently 11:49 in the evening. I keep having to remind myself, you know, like I sit and I'm looking at the clock, I just got all my work done, and I'm like, oh, but it's before midnight. I need to stay up so that I can wear this foundation for the proper amount of time. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I actually can go lay in bed and read now, because not only did I get all my work done, but I've been adjusting my sleep schedule. So I woke up earlier today. Like, I've been up since about 8:30. I can go to bed. Guilt-free. Oh, it's a great feeling, you guys. Signs you're getting older, yeah? Yeah. I remember being in elementary school and it's like you would go to a sleepover and it was a challenge. Like, let's see who can stay up past midnight, and then we all just suffered until it hit like 12:01 and we're like, all right, peace out guys, I'm hitting the hay, crawl in a sleeping bag, done. Anyways, this is not a video about any of that. Let's take a look at the foundation, shall we? I feel like I've had a bit of a roller coaster with this thing today. I am just feeling all sorts of ways about this foundation, as I think you can probably see why in the close-ups here. I mean, it doesn't look awful, you guys, but I'm shocked that it doesn't look awful, because there have been points today where I was fairly positive I didn't have any foundation left on my face. I do think it looks like I'm wearing a foundation for sure, but like I said, I really don't think it looks horrible. At least not in person here. I guess when I'm editing, sometimes my opinion changes. But let's go ahead before I get ahead of myself here and go through my pause rating system while I'm telling you about the product. Not only will you get my verbal opinion on things, but also you will get a numerical value on how I felt about different aspects of it. P stands for performance, A is for application, W is for worth the price, and S is for shade range. So for performance, like I said, or like I've been trying to say, or alluding to, oh, roller coaster, where will we end up? Starting off, really quite enjoyed the foundation, you know? I mean, from the start, has looked like I've been wearing a foundation. Like, if you're looking for a natural looking foundation, this is not for you. However, if you don't mind the look of a foundation, I think for a foundation-y looking foundation, this looks quite nice. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like you look at my skin and well, at least it's not like I look at my skin and I'm like, ooh, that's a cakey foundation. I see your foundation, cake foundation. It's like, ooh, I see your foundation. That looks like a nice foundation. Nice. Do you get the difference? It has also felt like a very lightweight foundation all day. It is one of those ones where if you have oily skin, once your oils start to come through, it does feel a little bit heavy. It doesn't feel super heavy, but it does feel a lot more feelable on your skin. And also I do feel like this is one of those ones where, I mean, I don't know if you have dry skin or even normal skin, how it would end up working out for you, because I feel like this is one of those foundations where when your oils come through, the foundation looks better throughout the day. Now that being said, I also feel like once oils start to come through, this foundation starts to break down in the sense that it transfers really bad. Like you were able to see when I blotted my face earlier. So much transfer. Also, if I touch my face when my skin is oily, that's a big one, because I mean right now I'm not getting that transfer, but if my skin was oily right now and I even touched my face a little bit, I could see foundation coming right off. But that being said, it doesn't look like I've got like big smear marks or anything. Like I feel like this has faded quite gracefully, to be honest. So I mean, overall, I don't hate this foundation. I just am confused. I feel like this has happened in the past, maybe with a Wet n Wild foundation or something, where it's like, I liked it, but I'm so scared having it on because of these things, like when I get oily or sweaty, like I've been sweaty multiple times today, like I mean dripping sweat. Grocery shopping, it is humid as all get out right now, and then also coming home here and doing some baking. So my face was like over the stove melting stuff and baking stuff, like it was hot. And in those times, I felt like my foundation was melting off my face, but it wasn't. But it's that uncomfortable feeling where I'm like, ugh. But I think performance-wise, it really wasn't awful. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 4. And application, I am trying to remember. God, I feel like I filmed, what, 4 or 5 videos today? It's hard. I feel like I filmed the beginning of this video like a week ago. So I'm trying to remember. Application was good, right? Sponge side went on better, but I think both sides went on just fine. It went on very lightweight. It didn't feel like a heavy silicone foundation, which I hate the feeling of those. It layered well on top of itself. I mean, I don't feel like I had any problem with application, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 out of 5 on that. Worth the price, $45 for under an ounce of foundation, and I can tell this will never be, well, I shouldn't say never say never, in the wise words of Justin Bieber. My heart is telling me I will never find this to be my favorite foundation ever, but hey, time will tell. But as of right now, $45 for this foundation, I don't feel like it was that worth it. You know what I mean? Just because of those few uncomfortable feelings that it gave me. So for worth the price, give it a 2.5, how about? Then we get to shade range, which, oh my goodness, I feel like I shouldn't even talk about shades ever again after some of my more recent videos. People just, but from what I can see, based on online swatches and based on my eyes, I guess, this is all just my opinion, it looks like shade range is not so great. I mean, yes, if you fall in the light to tan category, it looked like there was about 30 shades for you there. But then those other 5 shades, there were a couple paler shades and there were a couple deeper shades. So it really depends on where you fall in the spectrum if this is going to be a good shade range for you. But overall, is it a good shade range? No. Great that there's 35 shades, that's awesome. That's better than like 4 shades, but the actual colors that are included in the 35 are not very inclusive. So shade range can definitely be worked on, I think, based on the pictures I've seen. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2. So overall, this is getting a 13.5 out of 20 or a 3.375 out of 5 paws. Like I said, a good foundation and on the better end of good. Not great. I feel like 4 to 5 stars would be the great category for me, but anywhere in the 3 stars, it's pretty good, you know? Like, I don't hate it. I'm not like, I need to return this immediately. I can see myself working with this, trying it, mixing it with other foundations and stuff, and also trying it on its own. Maybe in the winter or the fall it's gonna work better on my skin. We shall see. Time will tell. As of right now, these are just my initial thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried out this foundation. What kind of skin do you have? How did you feel about it? Have you not tried it? Why? Do you want to? Do you not? All that stuff. I love hearing from you guys and seeing the collective opinions of this community as a whole on the foundation and just on beauty products in general. And also, I just hope this review was helpful and or enjoyable for you guys in seeing how this foundation performed on my skin. If it was, please do go ahead, give me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye! You almost got a double wave there. There you go. Bye, guys! Bye! He hates me. Bye!
I went to this club, right? And they had no baggy pants and no sneakers.